In February of 2025, former Marine Michael Herrera posted on social media, "We need all the help we can get. More people will come forward with evidence." But just months later, the same man who once urged UFO witnesses to speak out is now telling them to stay quiet. And then on top of that, he now mentioned he is no longer doing any interviews whatsoever. What happened to make a whistleblower turn against whistleblowing? This is a story of how the system broke one of the most vocal advocates. Hey ufologists, I'm Cristina Gomez, and welcome to this episode of UFO News Updates.
What are you hoping to accomplish by coming out?
I want other people who have witnessed similar things or are part of certain things that are very controversial but end up being true to come out and understand that what's going on is not acceptable. And this is just a facet of corruption. It may not be the political corruption that's coming out now that people are witnessing with their own eyes. People call them conspiracy theories. What I'm hoping to achieve is to get other people on board to understand that the government supports what we're doing because they were in the dark about this too.
For years, he stayed quiet, bound by what he said was an NDA threatening prison or execution to speak out. But when the new whistleblower protection law passed, Herrera saw his chance. According to testimony, he briefed Senate intelligence committees, the Pentagon, and other agencies about his encounter. He had evidence, he had a story, and most importantly, he had hope that the system would work.
It's one of those things that it sucks to see because their lives were ultimately ruined for speaking out about the truth. But here's the thing, there comes great risk to stuff. My life doesn't get lavish because of what I'm doing today and what I've been doing. It becomes hell. I've had numerous encounters with helicopters hovering over my house. They were hovering over my dad's house. They get so low where they rattle the walls.
If you enjoy UFO news, updates, case studies, and interviews, then you will like this channel, subscribe, and share this episode with those you want to keep in the know with the latest UFO news. According to Herrera's account, speaking truth to power came with a price tag he never anticipated. The helicopters weren't the only consequence. Based on his statements, the man who once encouraged others to come forward began experiencing the harsh reality of life as a UFO whistleblower. Isolations, financial strain, and constant surveillance. The transformation wasn't immediate. In early 2025, according to his social media post on X, Herrera was still optimistic, still calling for others to join the cause. But something fundamental was shifting beneath the surface.
If you could say anything to the other 5 Marines that were on the ground with you that day, because they might be watching, what would you say to them?
Don't leave me hanging, guys. Don't leave me hanging. We're family. We're brothers. We went through this shit. And I get that you got family. I get that you got kids. I get, moving on. But man, you see what I'm trying to do with this. And I'm just trying to get the truth. I hope that they do. And if I can get them to come out and at least understand that, there may be some aspects that are uncomfortable, with what I'm having to deal with, but it's just the reality of things. It's not pretty.
By July of 2025, according to Cyber News Report, Herrera had reached his breaking point. In a candid warning video, he told potential whistleblowers to reconsider coming forward.
I'm going to be very blunt. If we got people who are firsthand who are coming forward, I would ask you to reconsider.
The man who once urged his fellow Marines to speak up was now urging them to stay quiet. And maybe we can understand why. According to the report, Herrera described a system that chews up whistleblowers and spits them out. Good people providing evidence and intelligence only to have lawmakers sitting on their hands. Meanwhile, as he pointed out, funding flows to foreign conflicts while those who risk everything for disclosure are left to fend for themselves.
I like how they play dumb, like they don't have any information to go off of. And they want more first-hand people to go forward and to expose themselves. There are many first-hand people I know that have went forward, that have had the skiff meetings, that have provided the actual intelligence, and they've been screwed royally.
The irony is pretty stark here. In 2023, Herrera was actively recruiting new whistleblowers, providing contact information, and promising support networks. According to his earlier statements, he believed the government would provide protection under new legislation. He thought disclosure was just around the corner.
Now, the way that we approached it was because we contacted the government and said, hey, this is what I know. This is what I was subject to. And they were, of course, because I approached it in the right way, they're going to reward you with the protection, with the law that they passed to make sure that you are well protected, regardless of what happens in a legal fashion. So these other whistleblowers need to understand that.
But according to the Cyber News analysis, what Herrera discovered was a self-perpetuating feedback loop. Whistleblowers came forward, get brief attention, and then join the marginalized community that inspires the next generation of whistleblowers. It's a cycle that burns through lives without producing the systematic change that was promised. In a recent video warning, Herrera painted a pretty bleak picture. Careers destroyed, families at risk, income obliterated. He described people with top-level clearance and specialized skills finding themselves unable to use those abilities elsewhere, forced to improvise, adapt, and overcome, while the system that promised protection fails them completely.
So I want people to understand that I would reconsider if you're thinking of coming forward. And the reason being is because you're going to get shortchanged immensely. You know, our lives have taken a huge hit by taking the risk. And we're not getting money from it. We're not getting any kind of benefits from that. Our lives have become hell, simple as that, you know. So at the end of the day, it makes you feel like, what the hell was it for?
Michael Herrera's journey from hope to warning represents more than one man's disillusionment. According to observers, it exposes the fundamental failure of our disclosure system. The man who once called others complicit for staying silent now understands why they chose silence over sacrifice. The question is Herrera protecting potential whistleblowers with hard-earned wisdom, or has the system successfully silenced another voice? Based on his own words, perhaps both can be true. The dam he once hoped would burst may be held back not by secrecy, but by the human cost of breaking it open. That is it for today. I will see you next time. Be safe, and remember, keep your eyes on the skies. If you enjoy the strange and the mysterious, UFOs, the paranormal, and cryptids, this channel is for you. So make sure to subscribe, as I do 3 videos right here every single week, and hit that notification bell so you do not miss any of the bonus content I post right here.